Okay, this is fuzzy, I know, but I'm really excited, so I really don't care at this point. It is May 19th, 2023, and I just got the email saying that I was invited to the National Alliance to End Homelessness Conference, which is what I went to last year in DC, and I'm going again this year. I'm so excited! God, this is fuzzy. Um, so it's like 5 in the morning, and it's officially 1 week before I go to DC, and I am a million times more nervous than I was last year. Uh, if you don't know, you didn't watch my previous video, I was just diagnosed with PTSD from homelessness, and I think what's causing it, well, I know what's causing it this year, my anxiety, is, while I might be in housing, I'm still like terrified that while I'm at the conference, I'm going to be told, no, you can't come back to where I'm staying. And I know that's not going to happen. But at the same time, it's like, damn it. I just want this anxiety to just stop. And I'm a little nervous to see how it's going to continue to go over the next week. Because, yeah, it's like 5 a.m. here. Hence all the birds. And, yeah. So we're going to see how this goes. Alright, so as of this moment in the video, it is July 13th. Happens to be the day before my brother's birthday. And I'm very nervous for the conference. I talked about it in the previous clip. And I think the reason I'm so nervous is because things are so different than last year. Last year, I was living in my car. I, wasn't like doing that great mentally. I'm still not doing that great mentally just because, stupid PTSD diagnosis. But last year, I was getting ready for the conference and was so excited about it. And then it started to hit me that as soon as the conference was done, I was going back to be living in my car. And it made me incredibly, nervous, or made it like, it kind of brought down the conference for me personally. I still had a blast last year, but it brought down the excitement, realizing, holy shit, I'm going to be homeless again the second that the conference is done. This was last year. This year, I know I am going to come back to housing, and I'm still terrified. Like, that's part of the trauma from PTSD, or not PTSD, it's part of the trauma from being homeless. The PTSD does play into it, but, I'm used to having so much bad happen that my brain is still in the process of like going, no, you're gonna have somewhere to be when you get done with the conference. And I don't know, it's just very nerve-wracking. Like, I'm ready to go to the conference. God knows I'm ready. But I'm still nervous to be like, well, I'm going, like, I'm doing this, but I don't know, I'm rambling. I'm very tired. So I might go to bed a little early tonight and get ready or continue to get ready for DC. Okay, I am officially less than 24 hours from being in DC, and I'm so excited now. Like, I'm still a little anxious, but it's that, excited anxious that people get. Yeah, I'm very pumped. So hopefully, well, now I know the next footage you'll see will most likely be some driving, stuff, and then you'll see me in DC. So I'm back in DC, but this weird guy just keeps showing up. Mark's here. Yeah, Mark, how you doing?
The love I'm feeling. Some weird guy, this weirdo.
Hey, that is love in my book. Calling you weird is love. Calling you normal would be an insult.
Well, that's kind of my Twitter handle.
You're hardly normal.
Right.
So if I say you're normal, that'd be an insult.
Okay.
Calling you weird is a good thing.
So what's up?
How you enjoying DC? You've been here for a little longer.
It's hot, it's sticky. I enjoy spending time with you.
Same.
That's it. Cool, let's go.
Yep, we're gonna go hand out more socks. I look like shit, but I don't care. So it's not day one or night one of the conference. It's the night before the conference, but so far today it was really fun. I'm just very tired. As you saw, I got to hand out some socks with Mark. That was really fun. There is some talk about an interview being done. Maybe. I don't know yet. But yeah, gonna relax. Got to see some people that I met last year, which was really great. Got to tell them that I'm staying with friends. Like I'm technically considered homeless because like I don't have like my own place, my own stable address, any of that. But I'm housed because I'm staying with friends. Yeah, if you check out Twitter, on Mark's page, and I retweeted it as well. See video of me handing out socks, and yeah, it was a fun day so far. Tomorrow is actual day one of the conference, which I'm very excited for. And yeah, I'm going to go to bed because I'm tired. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Walking back to the hotel, but this church terrifies me. Like genuinely. No, I look like shit. Yeah, that Scientology church. Like, I don't care what religion you are, I don't care if you're Christian, whatever, but something about Scientology just makes me go away. No, not a fan. Yeah, didn't film anything today except for that Scientology clip. And my makeup is a little, I gotta take a shower. But for the first day of the conference, it was pretty good. I completely slept through my alarm, so one of the things I wanted to go to did not go because I slept through it. I had every plan on going to sleep early last night, and then somebody who will be in the videos, or be in this video, saw them and ended up talking to them for like 2 hours. So, yeah, did not fall asleep till like 5 this morning. And then, yeah, got actually bothered putting on some makeup, as you can tell, because it's all smeared, because bitch is tired. Yeah, gonna have some more people coming in to the videos, or into this video. So, yeah, it's gonna be fun to have people, and it's a lot of fun to be back here. and I'm very, very happy to be back here. And I'm very, very, very happy that I'm here under much better circumstances. Like, I know deep down, I'm not going to be told, like, okay, well, you got like 1 day to move out, but I'm still, I talked about this last night. I know I'm repeating myself. I'm tired though. Um, like, I'm still, like, I'm housing insecure at the moment. Yeah. So we're gonna, but I'm making it last year when I was like, you know what? This next year, meaning this year for the conference, when I come back, I'm going to be in housing, kind of there. So next year when I come back, because I'm coming back next year too, I haven't gotten like an official invite, but I'm putting it in the universe that this is going to happen. I will be in my own place. So yeah, let's uh let's see what day 2 brings us. So I'm gonna go to bed. So I did not record on day 2. Well, I did, but then the clip I was gonna use ended up getting interrupted, so I could not use it. But day 2 was fun. More plenary stuff. Um, More being able to talk to people that I haven't seen in a year. Um, yeah, day 2 was a lot of fun. And all this part, I'm filming today officially now is day 3, or was day 3. Now it's the end of the conference. I leave in the morning. But yeah, so this part for day 2, it was enjoyable and I had a lot of fun. So this next part is part 3, and you'll see my other special guest in the video. I look like a hot mess. Emphasis on hot.
Hot mess. Right here.
Mhm.
My t-shirt says hot mess.
Oh, you might be hearing the special guest,
Hi.
Amanda.
You
Today-
didn't get that.
Today was Capitol Hill Day, so it's officially the last day of the conference.
Mm-hmm.
But we saw each other technically Monday morning because you got in at like 2.
Insanely early in the morning.
Yeah, and I was up insanely late, so of course it was very much recreational last year.
Yep.
Seeing each other.
Absolutely. A couple hours catching up.
Yep.
Is it 2 a.m? Absolutely. Did we go till almost 4? Absolutely.
Did we regret it the next morning?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But did we get up with only a few hours of sleep and make it happen? We did.
We did, indeed. So, man, you actually knew, like, one of the biggest things I've been having fun with here has been telling people who, like, I've met last year that I've gone from living in my car to living with friends.
Which is amazing.
And you knew that I was going to be inside for at least the winter through TikTok. So what was your reaction when you found out that I was still inside?
Relief. Relief that you were safe, relief that you were stable, relief that you could actually do the things now that bring you joy so that you can thrive and not just worry about survival. So when I heard that you were housed up, I was just relieved. There's a huge worry when somebody you care about is no longer in a life-threatening situation.
Yeah.
So that's how I felt.
Yeah, that's definitely, like I said, been like one of the fun parts. We just ran into somebody outside who we met last year, who I got to tell as well, and you can vouch. Her immediate reaction was yes. Like, that has by far been one of the most fun things.
And this is the venue for it, right?
Like, yeah, this is the perfect place to tell people.
It is just a really honest space of people celebrating your success, right?
Yep.
That your ability to thrive and your safety will be celebrated in this space.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that is a really wonderful thing.
Yeah.
Because we should celebrate because you survived. That is a life-threatening and often deadly situation that you survived. So
that's why I don't like the term lived experience, because it's not, I don't like when it comes to talking about homeless people, I don't like the term lived experience. Like, I understand why it's used, but for me it's like I've survived. homelessness.
Yeah, I like the word. I like the word survivor. I do think that there is something to be said for lived expertise.
I do like lived expertise.
Lived experience really kind of reminds me of when colleges were like, you know what? You can use your 1 year of this, and we'll give you a credit for life experience.
Oh, yep. I actually dated a girl once because of that.
But there is something to be said for that, right?
Yeah.
That life experience.
Yeah.
The issue is that when we use terms and we use them so broadly,
Mm-hmm.
and we don't really specify, because in honestly, even if you have lived experience, you still have to put your experience in the context of the whole,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because there's always outliers.
Yeah.
And you could find out that you're the outlier in a situation, so you shouldn't be comparing your data to the whole.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I think there's something to be said for the expertise that comes from putting your lived experience into context,
Yeah.
and being able then to go and advocate and fight for, to not leave people out there dying is really
Yeah.
what we're fighting for.
Which is what we got to do today. Got to go up to the U.S. Capitol. That was my first time being there. I didn't go last year.
Mine too. It's okay.
Ooh.
I've done all meetings and all meetings with their staffers and our legislators. I've done that all virtually so far over the years.
It's so nice to do it virtually, though.
I will say, had I done it virtually, my butt would be feeling better.
Excuse me. If you would like to tell that story,
Oh,
you absolutely can.
Oh, I probably should have said my butt would be feeling. Okay,
Because
so
take my phone for a second because now it's back on.
Okay. All right.
I need to take a drink after.
Is this story time?
It is story time for you on my app.
Okay, so
She's okay to mention.
yes,
to
I'm
start this.
good.
We're not. I'm not that much of an asshole that I would laugh and you would be. Like,
And actually, I'm telling it this story on yours before I'm going to tell it on mine, because I am definitely going to regale my viewers with what just happened to me at the Capitol. So, of course, when you're going to these things, you're thinking about what you're going to say and how you're going to convey this really important message. So you're just putting yourself in that space of doing that. And so we met with our first representative. Everything went wonderful. It was great. And they had given us glasses of water, like paper cups. And of course, I'm nervous and my hand twitches. I tossed that cup of water all over the couch on accident and was like, I'm so sorry, trying to wipe it up with little tissues. I'm like, okay, whatever, that's over. Little mistake, make it memorable, it's fine. Go to the next representatives. Everything went swimmingly. Go up to take a picture, and I'm helping line people up because I'm short, so shorty's got to go in the front while the tallers go in the back. That way everybody gets to see their beautiful face, right? As this is happening, I notice, okay, there's a chair behind me. That's where, and in my head, I'm like, that's where I'm going to sit. Then the lady behind me who's really tall, she can stand behind me and we'll all get in there. The lady behind me thought that the staffers wanted her to move the chair that I was about to sit on. So I sat down with the full confidence of a woman who believes a chair is under her butt. And there was not. There was no chair. There was air. And I hit that ground so hard that my hot pink tennis shoes went boom. I made quite the impression, apparently. Yeah, so I did go in the bathroom, cry it out a little bit, because I wanted to run away, but also in the Capitol, you don't want to be like running away because like
after January 6th.
Yeah, somebody's gonna tackle you. Like it's just not. You're gonna have to deal with that. So went into the third rep's office and everything actually went really well. Super happy about that. But I don't think I can ever forget the impression I made at the first time meeting in person with our representatives. Very memorable.
Very much so.
So I'm gonna hand this back. That is that story.
Like I said, I'm not that much of an asshole where I would laugh if you were actually hurt. Because
no, I'm okay. I'm
yeah.
okay. At first, I had to check myself because I thought I broke some ribs. And my butt hurt a lot. Like I slammed down.
Okay. I don't know if you watch Invisible People on TikTok, but Mark did a practice video for that he wants to do. If you're on TikTok, Invisible People TV, that's their that TikTok handle. he had made me laugh right before he started filming, and he took screenshots from the website with like news articles, and I'm laughing, and he points the camera at me as
Oh
I'm
no,
laughing.
it was a bad article.
It was a bad article headline, and I'm like, oh my god. And thankfully he read 2 more article headlines. I had to kind of teach him how to use TikTok. And I clarified for the third one. I was like, I jumped in, I'm like, I was not laughing at that first headline. I was laughing at him because he is a very funny man. But yeah, it was one of those moments. I'm like,
See, in that situation, like, I was hurt, right? And my feelings, my ego,
mhm.
my ego was hurt. It was like my ego got stabbed. It was horrible. But I have to give it to the people that we were with that they did not crack up at
Mhm.
all. Everyone was like, "Are you okay?" And then they kept a straight face. I don't know that I could have done that in the same situation.
Yeah, I was not there
looking
because
at it
we do
now,
not
and
live
I'm
in the
just
same
like,
state. Because if I had been there, I probably would have been giggling but also been like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" But yeah, it's been an eventful day, and I am very tired. I know you are too after
I
that.
really feel like I've been in the fight to end homelessness.
Yes.
A real fight. I feel a little bruised.
When you get injured at the Capitol,
Doing what I love.
but you didn't end up in jail, so it was a healthy doing what you love.
That's always a good day.
Yeah, exactly.
It's usually a good time.
Yeah, but I think you were going to be the last guest of the video.
Really?
I think so.
Thank you.
Of course. It's immediate, like,
Well,
it's
if you
love
haven't
here.
yet and you're coming upon this video, share, follow,
Mhm.
follow this girl right here. She knows what she's talking about. Okay. Yes, definitely. You can follow me. But I am trying to get better at actually posting. Because sometimes I just feel
There's sometimes where you just don't
I've
want
been
to
feeling
post.
well. I've been feeling very self-conscious over the last year. I'll be honest, and so sometimes like I'll go to do it, and I'm just like, what do I say? What do I say that's not going to make people cry? Because all I have to say are do me stuff.
Yeah.
Like, how can I make this lighthearted? Because the things that, because you know me, like, right?
Oh, yep.
I am the doomsayer. Like,
Yeah.
I know all the bad information, bad statistics, data, and I have the solutions too. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I actively work on solutions, but I've got an insane amount of knowledge of horrible things in
Yeah.
this head.
But I think sometimes, when it comes to, fighting homelessness, we need the negative. Like, but when we get that positive,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think
we were
we
talking
just-
about this before I started filming, being able to tell everybody, like, everybody's excited when you hear that somebody who had recently been in their vehicle or been on the
Right.
street, getting them hearing that, hey, I'm inside this year.
It's huge.
Yeah.
It's so huge. And it's such a celebration, especially if you are a person who has survived homelessness, like me
Yeah.
and you.
Yep.
It is a testament to the work that we're doing that we're not forgetting
Yeah.
our people that are still out there
Yeah.
and our friends and our family that are still
Exactly.
suffering through this. And so it is a celebration when somebody survives something that kills thousands of people a year.
Yeah, exactly. And it makes it like being able to, because I mean, I never honestly thought you and I would meet.
Really?
I never did, because I was like I thought the only time we would ever meet was when we did that live stream together.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Like, I never knew about these conferences.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, like last year, when it was just immediately like jump up, hugs, and again this year, it's
Right.
immediately, like, even though last year was the first year we met,
Uh-huh.
it was comfort.
Yes.
Like, it was just
Yes.
right away, like, because like last year was my first conference, so anxiety was a little high.
We trauma bonded.
And we did. But now we're trying to happy bond.
Well, there's a bond there. It doesn't matter. Now it's happy, it's whatever, and we can talk about everything. And really, it has freed you up from the stress of having to worry about your situation to be able to really interact and commune with people without that in the back of your head all the time. And the fact that, I'm communicating with these people, but in the end, I'm going back home to a vehicle, and they get to go home. Like, people talking about, and I remember when I was in the tent, just hearing friends or colleagues look at it and be like, oh, I can't wait to take a big bubble bath and go jump in that bed. And I don't, they deserve that. And I never ever wanted anything different for them. But it hurt because I wanted that. I wanted to relax too. And I knew I was going home to a dusty mattress in a tent under a bridge. And it hits your soul. It like starts pulling at it a little bit.
like really messes with you when you like hear people, because hotels, nobody sleeps well in a hotel.
Really, I do.
Like,
I do to the point where I get mad because like I'm getting up and I'm like, it's a waste of money to stay all day in bed in a hotel.
Right.
But their beds are so comfy and it's warm, and I just kind of get like
last year I didn't
love it.
I really didn't do much at the conference just because I was
You
going through hell.
You did exactly what you were here to do.
Yeah. But this year I did some more, and then I actually went to the Capitol Hill, which was fun. And now I get to spend one last night hanging out with people before getting to go home, which is the best feeling to say. And actually go home and lay in my bed.
Yes.
And just be able to relax. Although I have therapy tomorrow, so I can't relax that much.
I'm going to go home, make the biggest pot of coffee. I'm going to turn on some murder TV. And I'm going to smoke an insane amount of marijuana. And I'm going to relax, and I'm going to clear my mind, and I'm going to take that time to process what has been said, what we've done, the challenges that we're up against, and the solutions that we have. Like, there's so much to process after my brain gets tired, right? Like, for a while after I get home, I have to just
you need that, day or two to
absolutely
kind of just come down from everything.
And just really process what you heard, what you learned, and again, put it into context of what you're going to do later. So it's amazing. Exactly. But yes, I want to go home.
Yeah, me too. And it's nice to be able to say that we can go home.
Isn't that great? I still think about that, and I'm like, I'm going home.
Yep.
Home to my home.
Yep.
And I used to say home like when I was in the tent, like because the camp was home. But it doesn't, it's not the same, even though that's the same word. Believe me, when I meant something very different, and it felt very different.
Home in that case was, somewhere you slept, but home in this case is somewhere where you lived.
It was somewhere where I lived. The issue is that it was what I could use it's what I could make my home as. Yeah. But it was not a home that was ever going to be beneficial to my health or my wellness or my future survival. So the home I was talking about was deadly to me. Yeah. But the home I talk about now is fulfilling and wonderful, and all my stuff is there.
Exactly. And in a good way.
Yes. Yeah, all my stuff is there in a good way.
Yeah. It's not stuff you just have to carry in a bag.
No, it's my art supplies and my music and my TV and my couch and my animals and
best thing ever.
Amazing. It's amazing. Can't beat the feeling.
Truth. But on that note, I think this is it for the night. So I will probably do a little bit more in the morning. I don't know yet. But thank you, Amanda, for being part of the video.
No problem. I'm going to eat on these Kit Kats that you got.
Yeah, exactly. If you haven't figured out, person I talked to was Amanda. And as you saw, what her reaction was. And it was so nice to see her. Last year, if you watched my vlog last year, you heard how I attack hugged her. Same thing happened this year. I was sitting outside at 1:45 in the morning. I was like, I'm gonna do my one last bad habit because everybody has their bad habits, and I'm no exception to the rule. So I was like, I'm gonna go to bed early. Well, early for me, and I'm going to, have my one last bad habit for the night and then go to bed. And I was sitting out talking to somebody else, and then all of a sudden I hear, "Hey, Addie," and I look up and there's Amanda, and so I'm like, okay, hold on a second, to the person I was talking to, and I ran over and talked to her and hugged her right away. And we all sat down and we talked for 2 hours. But yeah, it was a really, really fun experience this year. I am very, very grateful that I was invited back. It was very different than last year, too. Like this time last year, well, day three of the conference last year, I left because my flight home was on day three, and we did Capitol Hill Day uh, over Zoom. But this year we did Capitol Hill Day in person. So I actually got to go to the state, or not the state capitol, to the U.S. Capitol for the first time ever in my life, which was really, really fun. But I had two meetings with aides of different representatives, and they were back to back and on completely separate floors and completely across the building from each other. So I booked it from my first meeting to my second meeting. I have a coffee stirrer that I was messing with earlier. But yeah, I booked it from my first meeting to my second meeting. And my first meeting, I was a little more tense. But by the second one, because I was the only one talking, it was just me, which made it a lot scarier in my thought process. But yeah, I spoke to the second aide, and he was a really nice guy, and explained my situation and all that, and I think I got through to him. I kind of am like I don't know how to describe it, but I want to be able to and live in the first state that gets homelessness to actual zero, not functional zero. And I brought up how getting it to actual zero works out in the long run much better for taxpayers. And he seemed to, really understand where I was coming from, and yeah, I explained everything, and it was a lot of fun. And then yeah, I got to spend time with Manda. I spent time with Manda like every day this conference, which was awesome. I adore her. Like, I genuinely do. She is such a kind and caring person, and I am so blessed to have her in my life. And as I talked about in the previous clip, I never thought we'd meet because I didn't know conferences like this happened. So I never thought that we would actually have a chance to meet. So that's why last year when I met her, I got so excited. And there's something also about these conferences and like getting to know people online and then meeting them in real life where you you end up loving people like purely platonically for the most part. Some people do fall in love online, and for them, cool. Glad it works for you. Hasn't happened to me yet. But there are lots of people that I've only met once or twice in person, but talk to online quite often. And like anytime I see them, it's immediately like, I love you, hi, and got to hang out with some people from the homeless support group, which was awesome as well. Just I didn't have a chance to get any videos with them this year, which sucked. If they're still around in the morning, then there might be a little last clip, but I'm not sure yet. But yeah, I it was a really fun conference, and I think, well, no, I know, like the difference between going as somebody who is vehicularly homeless. I don't know if that's the right word, but somebody who's living in their car and homeless, to somebody who, I mean, like when I get home, like it's to a home, like it'll be to my own bedroom, it will be to all this stuff, which is very, very exciting. And knowing that that's going to happen, I'm so pumped for this. I get to, you know, go home. And uh, last year, the last day of the conference was really, really, really hard. Um, we went to Buca de Beppi's, an Italian restaurant, and we sat. Now, okay, I'm not coming here and like trying to insult anybody's religion. I'm completely not. believe what you want to believe. I don't care. I will respect your religious beliefs. You respect mine. We're good. This room was dedicated to the Pope. Like, it was so bad that people who were there who are Catholic, like when we were all out at dinner last year, like, this is creepy. And there was this bust in the middle of the table last year of the Pope, and a bunch of us like took menus and put it up because it was creepy as shit to look at. Um, and I had a meltdown last year at dinner because I was like, I'm going back to my car. And this year, I missed dinner with everybody. But it's been like, when I tell you everybody's face, the second I said, it's considered unstable housing, but I'm housed. When I tell you, the only person that didn't right away smile, but again, because she knew about it through TikTok, was Manda. And even then, like, I told her, I was like, so you remember my video? She goes, yeah. I'm like, oh, still housed. Even then, she was like, oh, yes, that's amazing. Like, it's really nice to be able to, like, talk about the lows that, we as people who are surviving homelessness, because like I said, I don't like the term lived experience. But we who are surviving homelessness or have survived it, uh, like when we have those lows, we've got people that, know how bad that can get. And then when we have these huge milestone moments, like, getting even into, unstable housing with like couch surfing, um, sharing those highs is the best feeling in the world. And I am so grateful. I'm very grateful that I was able to come back this year. And again, I'm putting it out in the universe. I'm coming back next year. And I will be coming back here with uh, the ability to say that I am in my own apartment because I made it happen last year. It was hell. I mean, 2022 fucking sucked. Um, but yeah, 2023 so far has been really good. And knock on wood, is this desk? Yes, desk is wood. Knock on wood, it will still be good. And 2024, I will be able to come back and be like, yep, look at these. These are the keys to my new apartment. So yeah, I'm gonna pass out. If this is the end of the vlog, I hope everybody is staying cool because fucking hell, this weather is god awful hot. But I hope everyone is staying cool and staying safe. And I will see you guys as soon as I can. Bye.